We rejoin the party. Nyx being held in a small, not captivity, but isolation, kind of whirlwind as Lola continues to dissipate their psionic energy that is ever present and ever building. As Remy slowly revitalizes Starlight. Remy, what do you think it looks like as you kind of like as you resuscitate Starlight, who has kind of fallen unconscious due to Nyx's heavy psionic presence?
I think, honestly, for a good moment, Remy is just flummoxed. Like, how am I supposed to revive this owl? I don't really know owl anatomy like that. Okay, but like I do because they're humanoid, but still. And then she just, you know, she ends up going for the tried and true chest compressions and CPR.
Hell yeah. It's a little tricky to get like a truly like tight, like proper seal on a beak, but you make do. And after a couple of minutes of hard work, Starlight, you have a breath come back into your lungs and you wake up.
Also, I would like to note that Remy is trying to give the most gentle chest compressions ever, and you can hear her muttering under her breath, "World made a cardboard. World made a cardboard. World made a cardboard. World made a cardboard."
What? Cardboard? What?
Oh, you're okay.
Kind of blinks her eyes open. It's like, I'm not. I wasn't. What? What's going on?
You passed out. Hey, welcome back. I'm glad you're okay.
Welcome back. Where? She kind of looks around, tries to orient herself. I feel like the psionic break invoked a lot of bad memories, and so she's just kind of like trying to figure out where she is.
Prestigia, northward campus lawn. You got knocked out by Nyx. Their psionic powers were too great. Me and Lola were able to talk them down, and Lola is currently siphoning off what she can, and kind of creating a barrier so that Nyx's psionics won't be as impactful. We're in a time loop. Nyx thinks that Professor Clippy is to blame, and they were making a beeline for Professor Clippy, which is how we got in all this mess. But I figured you would have more information or even a hypothesis on what is happening.
Remy,
and how we should maybe go about this.
Remy, as you finish your sentence, you hear an announcement over the PA system about a wild magic storm that just so happens to have popped up in the path of the Prestigia and the detour that the ship is going to be taking to avoid it. And it should not affect civilians, but to keep an eye out, much like the day before.
Oh no, we're running out of time. She kind of like looks over at Nyx like, I don't know whether to be more mad at you or myself for what happened, but I feel like it's all water under the bridge. Let me see if I can figure something out real quick. And she is going to use her new ability. Kind of tune out of the world and tap into the cosmic ether, which I guess means she's still in Remy's arms for a little bit while she's doing this. And I'm going to roll plus freak to see what happens. That's a hit.
Very nice. So on a 9, what happens?
On a hit, you come to a new interesting insight about your current problems and situations. And you will tell me what that is. And since it's a 9, I don't shift my labels.
Okay. So what I guess let me ask, what is can you phrase the question that you're attempting to ask? Like,
I think she's trying to reach into some sort of understanding of the time stream from what happened before and try to figure out how. I guess a better question would be, do I investigate Mr. Clippy, or do I find out what caused the explosion to begin with? I think I want to try and backtrace something about that explosion. I mean, obviously it's probably the rebels, but it's like how was it set off? Why was it set off?
absolutely. And which playbook is this move from?
This is from the Nomad, which is on. It's actually on the last page of the books that the Sesh sent.
Gotcha.
Now, if I had missed, you would have told me something terrible and shifted my labels around.
Okay. The interesting insight that you have as you kind of tune out into the time stream, and like your time-based abilities are very unique in the sense that your perspective remains consistent amongst your timeline travel, right? Like you can travel within your own concurrent timeline, as well as explore different branches of possibility as well, before returning to an origin point, right? So for you to kind of like return to a previous day is not difficult for you in general, but you find that as you attempt to go back to this previous loop, there is like a hard blockage there. Like it is almost like trying to push against like a concrete wall, that something is stopping you. And as you explore this barrier, you find that not only does this barrier extend to that day, but it extends into the past as well. You find that you can't progress further into the past beyond the moment you woke up this morning. The next thing that you think about is, instead of using your time abilities, you to re-experience the moment, you just use your regular memories and start to think back about what was happening in the moment when the explosion went off. You think about the fact that you were fighting the rebels and the way that the explosion felt as it happened, and the size of it and the power of it. And you come to the realization that the explosion, whatever caused it, it happened inside of Prestigia, and not just like underneath the surface, but probably at the core of the ship. Whatever happened affected it from the middle outward.
And I think it's at this point where it seems like she passed out again for a second, I feel like. And then she just like, you see her kind of tune back into the moment. It's like,
For a second, like you see Remy hovering over you, like getting ready to give you CPR again.
Oh, no. I'm okay. Sorry. Probably should not have done that right after waking up from that.
I mean, it's a good scare. It probably feels nice. I mean, good for you anyway. Good for Remy.
What?
You know, like fear. You know, like the whole being scared. doesn't feel great, so it's actually pretty good for you.
Oh, right. Leviatar. Okay, so something absolutely screwed up happened. The attack that caused that explosion that killed us all happened at the core. That's what my theory is. Now, what Mr. Clippy has to do with that, I don't know. Maybe has something to do with Thorn in the Side. I also don't know, but I know that where I can kind of tell where the attack happened, but not really. That's my theory anyway. So if we want to stop this, we need to get further in somehow.
No, if we're necessarily going to stop it today, but I think that it is worth trying to get to the core and checking that out. And that way we can formulate a plan for the next loop. I'm making a lot of assumptions that we're going to get more loops.
Yeah.
I also don't know how that happened.
It probably has to do with the wild magic storm or whatever the ship was trying to avoid. Something probably brought it in closer to it rather than allowed it to drift off around it.
Probably, but we still need to investigate as much as we can. We still should try to successfully follow Mr. Clippy and see what he's up to. Because
he's going to go save someone.
At that point, Remy, you get ba-ding, ba-ding, your Chris core rings off. As well, a small drone, a small crystalline drone flies over. Remy, do you check your Chris core?
Yeah. She, stands up, no longer kneeling over Starlight, reaches into her pocket and pulls out her Chris core, and checks it.
Yeah, it is your matron. And she says you have the senses of a Diluvian bloodhound. We are in talks to get Eldath Cola for you to be the sponsor of Eldath Cola. Can you make an appearance this afternoon at the city square? And as you're reacting to this, Remy, the small drone flies over to Nyx, and it states in a clipped, high-pitched robotic voice, "Progeny, why are you, as the organics say, naked?" And you
blew up my clothes.
You destroyed your housing.
Again, yes.
You see the drone kind of lets out like a very robotic sigh and then just flies like straight into your chest, Nyx. And as this happens, like it begins to generate like an energy field around you and start to like contain the kind of latent psionic energy a little bit better. And Lola, you can drop the wind field at this point, as there is kind of like this additional kind of almost force field glow emanating around Nyx, and Nyx has his usual like emoji face.
Oh, thank God.
This will protect you for the moment and act as your Chris core. Please return to Ayun as soon as possible for a replacement.
Once Nyx is like kind of in this like smaller prototype suit, is like, all right, will do.
I think Lola just hugs Nyx.
Oh.
Hugs you back.
My baby is back.
Thank you for the hug, Lola.
As you hug, it burns so good.
It burns so good. Ow. I love this.
I don't know whether to be relieved or resigned.
Guys,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I might have a meeting downtown.
A meeting?
Yeah, you remember the thing that DJ Gargle Blacks put up?
DJ Garblestocks, yeah.
Yeah, DJ Scat Cat.
Yeah.
They're not winning it anymore.
What did? Oh no. Okay.
Good.
So, what did everybody do this morning? And then, what information do we have?
I found a letter inside of Mr. Clippy's office. Someone
Oh.
needs help.
Wait, who needs help?
Someone who works with Mr. Clippy.
But what did
Wait,
they
ho-
need?
They are been captured, and Mr. Clippy is going to rescue them.
Wait, hold on. Can we rewind for a second? Hold on.
I can only
Remy!
go back. Go ahead.
Remy! Sorry,
Yeah,
what were
what?
you saying about DJ Gorble Snorf?
He's not going to be the face of Eldath Cola.
She gives this like very proud little grin. Very, very proud.
Why are
That's
you smiling
perfect.
like that?
Oh, she kind of holds her nose up a bit, and she's like, well, you know, I had to make some changes from the last time we went through this day. I just ruined his reputation. Now they don't have a spokesperson. Now all the big hubbub can be over with, and everyone can understand that Liviatonic is superior.
No, I don't think you understand.
Wait, is your brand telling you that you're gonna?
Yeah. I'm going to be the spokesperson.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No. 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 No.
Okay, denial. That's fine.
You can just say no. Say no, Remy. Just say no. Just say no. Just say no, Remy, please.
My brand.
Please, Remy, please. Please say no. Please.
I don't think I can. Besides, what if this is our last loop? It'll be good for me.
Okay, but if it's our last loop, we're all going to die. But that does give it insight, so we can get the key to the city again.
Yeah. Why? Was
Oh.
there something up with it?
Oh.
Uh,
Yeah.
No. But we could. Does that key actually unlock anything? We might be able to get further in.
Ooh.
I think it's mostly just symbolic as to like your importance to the city, but I think it does convey some special permissions. I'm not sure.
Can I look it up? Can I try to assess the situation with this key?
Sure. You know what? I love that. Go ahead and attempt to assess the situation about the key.
Nope. Mark off another potential.
I would also like to assess the situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Assess
I'm
the
gonna-
situation party.
I'm gonna say this is the last attempt of assessing the situation, but somebody else can give you a +1 if they want to assist you.
I will.
What does that look like as you assess the situation together?
Assisting Remy, or am I assisting Starlight?
I believe you are assisting Remy.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so Lola's gonna like look look over Remy's shoulder and just be like, oh no, actually you want to go to that website instead because that one is actually supposed to take you somewhere else. So they're just like, just keeping track of all your clicks and whatever, but it really doesn't tell you anything. And if you want to find out the real information, you have to go to this site.
That could be like right over my shoulder.
Yeah. I mean, how else am I gonna see it? You want me to just like? So what she does is she ducks down and just pops up like right through Remy's arms as Remy is holding out the Chris core. Is this better?
So your like so Remy's arms are like wrapped around your neck and shoulders and back.
Yeah,
that's so good.
No, this is worse actually.
Well, you're gonna have to pick one.
Full head.
What'd you say?
This is terrible. Please move.
She ducks it down again and then goes back to looking over her shoulder. I have no choice, Remy. I have no choice.
You have so many choices.
I have no choice, Remy.
So many choices, and you just
no choice.
Make so many of the wrong ones.
No choice, Remy.
I'm gonna ask Domino whether or not they think that this would assist Remy in assisting this situation.
I feel like the insight that Lola is giving is good insight. But it is the fact that she's in her bubble. So we'll say that Remy's just like, please move. Like, it feels weird doing the thing I'm supposed to do with you invading my space.
But you do listen to the advice.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna say you definitely take the +1. So you get looks like you roll a full hit.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. So assess the situation. Sorry, having trouble finding it in the book.
All good.
Okay, so on a 10+, you ask 2 of the following questions. 1, what here can you use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is the greatest danger? Who here is the most vulnerable to me? And how can we best end this quickly?
You know I gotta ask, how can we best end this quickly?
Yeah.
And
Well,
so what?
Oh, yeah, feel free to ask the second question.
No, we gotta see how we can end this quickly. And you said the other one is who here is the biggest threat?
Yes.
So just our party, or are we talking Prestigia as a whole?
It would be Prestigia as a whole, but I'm not sure how useful that would be to you because, like, there's a lot of threats. A lot of people that hit are big threats in this place, right?
This is true. I was asking because I'm like, all right, so between that or who is the greatest, one was who's the biggest threat, and then who poses the greatest danger?
What here is in the greatest danger?
What here is in the greatest danger? Prestigia is in the greatest danger.
Yeah.
You can throw that one out. And what was the other one?
What here can I use to blank?
Okay, so yeah, what here can I use to stop this explosion? And then the last
How
question.
could we
which I
best
already
end this
forgot
quickly? Gotcha.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
got
how
you.
can we best-
So I'm gonna say you don't have enough information to have a direct line on what like you're sorry, so you're assessing the situation by using the Chris core, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that in conjunction with the information from Starlight about the explosion seeming coming from like deeper within the core of the ship, you start to do a little bit of research, and you do look and see that it does seem like at the power plant today, there was some kind of memo that went out about strange energy fluctuations that got posted publicly. But it seems fairly, other than that, there hasn't really been very much chatter over there. And I would also say, what here can you use to like stop the explosion? Again, you don't know what was causing that just yet, but you do know that if you were to get to the key to the city, you could use that to access the lower decks of the ship, which could theoretically get you towards the core.
Okay. So it is kind of like what she had hypothesized, that the key to the city is a symbol of like certain permissions that it allows you.
Yes. It's also a
Okay.
bit of a literal key too.
Oh. Okay, so literal key also gives you special permissions. We would be able to get into the lower decks with it, so we could check out the core. And also the power plant. There were some strange energy fluctuations. Nix, you didn't go near the power plant, did you?
Not today.
Not today.
Okay. So there was also some weird stuff at the power plant. Do two of us want to... No, scratch that. Does one of us want to go check out the power plant?
Wouldn't it be more like teamwork if it was more than one?
Yes, but I was thinking about something else. If we could have one person go check out the power plant, and then we could have two people try and tell Mr. Clippy again, and I can go downtown and accept this key, and then we can meet up at the entrance to the lower levels.
I mean, if I go to the power plant, I could probably get back pretty quickly.
I would like to go tell Mr. Clippy.
Do you promise you're not going to hurt him?
I'll make sure. I'll make sure.
I cannot make that promise.
I'll make sure.
Can you promise to try your best to not hurt him?
I will not kill Mr. Clippy.
Thank you. You see?
Are you
Fine.
lying to me?
Nope. I do not
Okay.
lie.
Okay,
Killing
awesome.
people isn't our thing.
It's exactly our thing. But all right.
I mean, not my thing. Not my thing, which is also happens to be Nyx's thing.
Yes.
I don't know what happened to where everything's like it was at yesterday, but I'm okay with it, I guess. Well, time is kind of the essence right now, so I'll head off. Hey,
We all
Remy.
have parts to play.
Yeah, what's
Remy?
up?
Thanks for earlier.
Don't mention it. Like, come on.
Yeah, but I actually thought I was gonna wake up in a ditch somewhere. So thanks for not throwing me in a ditch. I appreciate that.
I mean, come on.
What do you mean,
Like-
come on? We were at each other's throats yesterday.
Yeah, but there's no reason to throw you in a ditch.
I'm gonna say Starlight. Go ahead and roll plus mundane. You're rolling comfort or support.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm still angry, so I'm taking a -2 to this. Oh, that's a 0.
Oh my god. a
Oh
zero.
no!
Oh.
She's
I love how it says,
so
"Oh,
mad."
dear.
It's like, we were at each What happens on a 0? Do I
I think it's still the same.
You just don't get the benefit. It's just nothing beneficial happens, right?
Okay, I'm still marking off potentials.
But you do get the potential, yes.
All right.
I think Nyx is going to like pick up Lola and start flying and go, I think they were flirting.
Oh, you
What?
think so?
They just kissed.
Wow, I missed it.
Don't worry. This new
What?
hub allows me to record everything. And I play
Ah.
back
Remy yells
from mouth
after
to
them.
mouth.
It's not kissing. It's CPR. It is a basic. It is a basic first response technique.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry, Remy. I can't hear you. Whoops, bye.
Incredible. Yeah. And Lola and Nyx fly off, leaving Starlight and Remy. Amazing. Who I'm just gonna say we cut away from. Lola and Nyx, you guys fly towards the power plant, which you see are like on kind of the outskirts of the.
We're going after Mr. Clippy.
We're going
Oh,
after
sorry.
Mr.
Yeah, Starlight's going to
they're-
the power plant.
Sorry, my bad.
Yep.
You guys fly off towards Mr. Clippy, heading towards the downtown area. What is your strategy like as you guys fly off looking for him?
I think Lola will suggest using her echolocation to try and track his voice down or his footsteps down from what she heard the day before, which is also today. And she will suggest that maybe Nyx can do the speed part of it, where they can catch up to him quicker.
I can make copies of myself. At least one. Or
Ooh,
if I
yes.
push myself.
Neat.
Don't pitch yourself.
Lola, go ahead and roll me unleash your powers as you
Okay.
like attempt to tap into this into your like sound understanding of sound.
Got it, Sam. Fucking, I don't think I've failed one roll this entire thing yet. Yeah, I got a 10.
10. You tap in like you even like through the rushing of the air, you extend your senses down into the passages and the crowds below. You're flying over the downtown area for several minutes at a time, like doing kind of like sweeps, and you don't find Mr. Clippy. Same with you, Nyx, as you're kind of scanning the crowd, looking through, as you are like peering down, you see like tons of people, but there is no trace of Mr. Clippy, like either invisible or his duplicates, or what have you. And then you think of, then you remember, in the previous day, he went and dropped something off, and maybe he might be there now. So you head on off to that location, and find not Mr. Clippy, but the same note that he had left before.
Does it say
And
the
if you-
same thing?
Yeah.
It does.
And remind me what the original note said again.
Sorry, I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was basically like it seemed like an encoded message again.
Okay. That's weird.
Do you think Mr. Clippy also remembers the time loop?
I mean, it sure seems like it if he went a different way than normal. Unless the actions of today led him to make a different decision, which could be... It's entirely possible. But something tells me that maybe he remembers too. Which would make sense of why he was running away from all of us yesterday.
That is true. What time did we engage Mr. Clippy?
Just around now, like in the afternoon. It was like, although it does feel like it is like a little bit later than that.
Okay. we could. I think in this moment, Nyx looks at Lola and goes, "This will work better if there were more." And is going to, I'm going to use my flare construct and make another Nyx. You watch as like it just kind of forms out of Nyx's body, and I'm going to animate it with an extra burn. And now there are like two Nyxes, but this one looks like how Nyx looked yesterday.
Ooh. I like the way you think.
Now we can go try to corner Mr. Clippy.
Ooh.
And you can blast him before he can use his duplicate watch.
Genius. You're so smart, Nyx. Let's go.
And then both the two Nyxes are like both holding Lola and carrying Lola across the sky.
She fucking loves this. It's so good.
Amazing. Excellent. We cut over to Remy. Remy, you've headed off towards the downtown area where they are doing the brand ambassadorship for Eldath Cola as afternoon kind of begins to fall. You see, you kind of, there's like a little bit of like a behind the stage area where they kind of set you up and get ready as you are prepped to become the brand ambassador. Is there anything you want to do or say in this moment, or are you happy for us to just move along to the ceremony, right?
I guess like she would still be keeping a lookout because chasing Mr. Clippy still led them over to this moment. So she is just kind of going along with things, but also maybe keeping an eye out to see if there's anything maybe just a tad unusual or people's acting unusual.
Yeah, absolutely. You take a look around and, just keeping a vigilant eye out as you go through like dress and makeup and kind of like, go through the standard pre-show outfitting before an event like this. Everybody seems to be acting fairly normal, although they are very like involved in their work and the Eldath Cola brand and this new ambassadorship. You get a lot of really excited other Eldath employees that come up to you, especially considering that you are like from the Eldathi system, that you are a peacemaker by blood, right? It's a really exciting time for them. So everybody is like it seems fairly normal, and as you are like kind of you are the time comes and you are ushered out on stage, and you are given the key to the city. Do you say anything as you are presented with it, Remy?
She 100% like she knows her role. She remembers like media training, even though it's like definitely like her least favorite thing. But her mom's like, listen, like this is important because the way that we can continue to fund this project and like help you grow to become like a better candidate to be champion, you've got to like build your brand. So she's all in on it, like, haha, of course I was the number one pick to be the face of Eldath Cola, being a resident of the system myself. The only thing stronger than me is a taste of Eldath Cola.
Amazing, yeah. And there's like cheers and applause, and like multiple like the other employees have come out with like bottles of cola, which they shake up and then like open and spraying cola onto the crowd. At which point you are presented with the large kind of futuristic looking key to the city. I think there is like a moment where like you see a like kind of half like half slime or like a kind of like half size DJ Gargoplasm kind of like try to rush up onto the stage like, this should be me up here, or like saying and then the device saying, this should be me up here, this is my honor, and then like a bunch of like guards from the city like showing up and like just attacking him and like throwing him in a cell and like driving him out of.
Oh yeah, she's gonna like take advantage of this moment. Look at DJ Gargleplasm, one-handed crack open a can of Eldath Cola, and she goes, "Sorry, DJ, real heroes only." As she, just hugs the Eldath Cola, crushes the can up against her head, and like tosses the remains at him.
Hell yeah, the can flies like flying through the air with like thrown by super strength and lands in his gooey body before like settling inside. Very nice. Amazing.
Yeah, afterwards she's just gonna once the hubbub dies down a little bit, she does her little photo op. She's gonna like sneak off to go to the lower levels, and she'll just text everyone that's where she's headed.
Yeah, absolutely. So we cut. I'm gonna say you send that text message as your kind of photo op ends, and we cut over to Starlight, who has flapped on over to the power plants. It's taking you a little bit of a minute to get over there, as it is a couple of miles away outside of town, just kind of to keep it out of eyesight, as well as a little bit of a safety concern for the residents of Prestigia. You see kind of like these large billowing kind of smokestacks that are kind of supplanted into the side of this large mountain that is central to Prestigia itself. As you flap in over, I'm gonna say, Starlight, it's fairly late, or it's in the afternoon at this point, but it's light is like a little bit funny here. There's like artificial lighting and stuff, but the sky for the most part is usually stars. So like time is like daytime is a little bit difficult. It's a little bit funny to tell, and is mostly based on the light levels, right, that the automated lights are set to. So throughout the rest of Prestigia, it's like afternoon lighting, right? But as you fly over to the power plant, you notice that the light level doesn't seem to be up to like the regular afternoon light level. It feels like this is like evening, later almost. Like it's darker here than you feel like it should be as you flap in.
I double check my Christ core real quick. Check my amulet.
Yeah, it's it definitely, the time feels off. Like the light should not be this dark.
I mean, it helps me because it helps me be stealthy. So I'll take it what I can get. But who else might be taking advantage of the situation? As I kind of look around.
Yeah, absolutely. Starlight activating stealth bird mode as she flaps in. Yeah, what are you looking for in particular as you make your way down into the power plant as you head inside?
Is there any signs of a break-in, or perhaps are there any unconscious people outside that got knocked out or something?
It's funny that you mentioned that. As you kind of flap in and are like kind of looking around and have kind of like gone into one of the central buildings, you do notice there are a few knocked out guards.
Takes a quick pic, sends it, I guess, to the group chat with the caption, "No, that wasn't me. I'm gonna investigate. Wish me luck?" ?
As you go to send it from your Chris core, you find that you are the service is being almost is dead in this building that you're inside of.
Oh, that's even worse. All right. I'm going in.
Yeah, you press press on forward further, heading into the building even deeper, heading underground into the power banks. As you do so, you find a few more knocked out guards. Some of these guards, they appear to some of them are knocked out. A few of them are slain, and you are looking at the wounds and the techniques used. Definitely seems like stealth commandos have done this. This is like, you see like short range knives, silenced weapons, small like things of that nature. Like it feels like this, you're following a stealth mission as you creep past them, or as you creep after these unknown intruders. So we cut back to the surface, like the camera pans up through the earth of Prestigia back to the surface level, and showing the and on the camera we see Nyx, Starlight, and Lola, as all three of their faces, as boom, an explosion rocks Prestigia, and from the direction of the stadium.
Lola, we must go to the stadium.
You meant Remy, Lola, and Nyx, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, did I say Starlight?
Yeah, it's okay. Starlight is ever present.
Yeah, sorry, I meant Remy, Lola, and Nyx. Yes. Also, Rich, you may be muted.
Oh, yeah, I was. Lola says, like, yeah, I guess we have to, but this time, can you please like not run away with those guys again, because I really didn't like that.
I will try my best.
Thank
They were
you.
very persuasive.
They were very persuasive, I know. But I'd rather you stick with me.
He nods, and then the other one also nods as they carry you, like, speeding towards the stadium.
Perfect.
Excellent. And Remy?
She had been going towards the lower levels, but I guess she will pop a quick Yui and like just start sprinting towards the stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna say, like, I don't think it's long before Remy, you spot like with several mighty leaps, right? From like I'm imagining from ground level to rooftop, just rooftop. It doesn't take long for you to spot Lola, and Lola being held aloft by the double Nyxes, as you both head towards the stadium. There, a familiar sight is unfolding. You see just a bunch of rebels, just absolutely fighting and kicking the shit out of some guards. They seem to be trying to work open some doors and infiltrate.
There's two of you?
For now.
For now.
Okay, nobody's heard from Starlight yet, have they?
No.
I thought you were going to meet up with Starlight, so they wouldn't be alone.
Yeah, I guess I should go to the power plant. You two got you three got this?
Yeah, totally.
The other Nyx nods as the first one runs and just starts, the closest bad guy just starts beating the crap out of them.
See, we're fine. You go to Starlight.
I always hate a moment.
Yeah, I'm just
when I
imagining.
can't kick ass.
I'm just imagining the two Nixes. One goes and like bends over the other one, like tabletops him, right? Like.
Yeah. Once again, we're gonna get like a good run up and just leap off in the direction of the power plant.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. With a mighty bound, Remy just takes off, boom, into the air, after or towards our owl friend. Lola and Nyx, do you just like start? You just start knocking heads. You start beating the crap out of these rebels.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just started beating up as many people as Nyx can.
I think
Hell yeah.
that Lola will be inspired, honestly, by Nyx's previous actions when they were a bit out of control, but will like fashion her sonic screams to form a pushing out force field that doesn't hit either of the Nyxes, but that would like push all the rebels with great force, like smack against whatever is closest behind them.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. I'm gonna say, I think that is no problem. You just kind of move in, just start blasting, like concussive blast, like knocking foes away. It's no problem. Same with you, Nyx, like using these hard light constructs and with your doppelganger, you're more than able to take on these rebels. However, they do get a few good licks in. I'm going to say both of you go ahead and take powerful blows as they have their own magical weapons that they use to fight back against you.
Okay.
That's a miss. Oh no.
No, the one time you want to.
Oh,
No.
Whoops.
All right, Lola, choose one. You must remove yourself from the situation. You flee, you pass out, etc. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. Or two options from the 7 to 9 list, which are you lash out verbally, you provoke a teammate to a foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain, mark 2 conditions.
I think her abilities will go out of control.
Hell yeah, what do you think that looks like? In a terrible way.
In a terrible way. I think that she loses kind of control of the barrier she was trying to, like the outward barrier she was trying to hold and push against the others. And I think that everything in the stadium starts to unhinge and shake and rattle, and all the glass just shatters. And I think she ends up pushing herself also, like maybe against Nyx, or up in the air, and is unable to catch herself.
Okay. No, I love that. I'm going to say, yeah, I think so. Like Lola, you're feeling impassioned by Nyx's, even like subconsciously feeling kind of impassioned and emboldened by Nyx's display earlier. You're kind of letting loose and showing off maybe a little bit, and you let forth and maybe going a little lax on the technique and training that you use a lot of the time. And I think there's a moment where you let forth a blast and you realize that you may have gone too far. But at that point, it is like too late, and the ground comes up from underneath your feet, and you are like launched skyward, like a leaf on the breeze, and you are like ejected off of the ship into like the open air of wild space, and you just kind of are flung. You fling yourself off the ship.
Oh God! Whoops!
Oh.
So Lola, you have become a projectile flying through wild space. as you like buffet all these enemies down and knock them away, you knock yourself backward off the ship into space.
Yikes.
We're gonna cut over to Remy. Remy, you land. Actually, no. We're gonna cut to Starlight. Starlight, you've been following these individuals for a good little bit at this point, and it appears like this place is a like it looks like a fairly standard power facility for the most part, but you keep following the knocked out and dead bodies, and as you progress further and further, you eventually find a a an ajar panel that seems to like go to a dummy system that doesn't actually work or do anything, and that is ajar. And as you open it further, you find that it leads into a secret passage hidden behind the device.
Ooh. You know I'm investigating this.
Yeah, you press in further, stepping over the knocked out and dead guards' bodies as you press down deeper in. I think as you're moving up, you are flapping quietly, just the downy feathers of your owlin wings, just perfectly stealthing your descent on the air as you kind of glide down this like kind of tunnel. And as you do so, you begin to hear voices. It's clipped conversation at first, but it sounds like rebels talking. It seems like they're using like clipped code when being forced to speak, but they're calling. You hear them calling out like things like room clears, dead ends, the number of exits and stuff like that as they move from room to room. And you what do you do?
Oh, let's see. Where am I hearing this from? Like further down the hall, or is it like am I an event? Am I like truly Metal Gear Starlight in this?
Well, you tell me. I was thinking that you were following. You in my mind, you were following behind them, behind like and kind of tracking based on like these fallen
Oh
bodies.
yeah. That makes sense.
And it's really now that you have kind of crept into this tunnel that you are really hearing voices.
I'm gonna try and get a little bit closer, and then maybe try to assess the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. As you creep down the corridor a little bit further and peek around, go ahead and make that assess the situation roll.
Oh, I'm still guilty, so I have a -2 to this check.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Well, sometimes you love it.
I don't know what's going on. It's a lot of code words.
Somebody is advancing again today.
Starlight, you it seems like they're speaking in a language you don't understand, but it seems like they're being tactical in their speech. But they do mention a phrase that you do definitely recognize as you peek around the corner. You hear them mention a phrase, "thorn in the side," as a door is open with like kind of almost like a release mechanism and like a sound of like a gas exchange as as something is cracked open from beyond the corner.
Ooh, I really don't want to give away my position, but I really need a visual. I don't know if there's enough time to stop whatever's happening from happening, so I feel like she's gonna risk it for the biscuit and kind of like try to quietly peek her head out and get some sort of visual in a way where, she's a short little owl. She's 3 feet tall. They're not gonna be looking down. They're looking. If it's Thor on the side, he'll be looking up.
Absolutely. And as you peek your owlin head around the corner, you see several figures standing there around a large containment pod. One that would be big enough to contain an elephant man, you might think. And you realize that the release sound that you heard was definitely originating from that pod as the door swings wide and thorn in the side, a large elephant style elephant individual like kind of stumbles down and takes one knee to the ground, kind of resting for a moment as they are released. You see that the other individuals in the room, they appear to be some form of special operatives. They maybe appear to be rebels in nature. It's the weapons and armaments that they have appear to be like kind of jury rigged together. You note as you look.
Oh, this is very bad. Shit. When you say that he goes down on like he is released from the pod and just like goes on one knee, is he facing Starlight?
He is, and as you look and take this all in and look Thorn in the side directly in the face, he looks up and looks at you directly in the face and immediately points and says, "There's an owl over there. The same owl that threw me in here." So we hard cut away from that scene. Next, you see Lola fly off into space. What do you do?
I will try to charge my power so that I can attempt to save Lola.
Hell yeah.
Let me do my burn. Okay. Full hit.
Hell yeah.
So I hold 3, no condition.
Nice. So all these rebels come in, they're just trying to beat the shit out of you, like, but this energy field and your natural body are just completely seemingly immune to their blows as you see your friend Lola get flung off. What does the burn look like as you charge up?
So as Nyx kind of charges up, like seeing Lola be thrown off, both Nyx like turn and look at each other, and then one just goes, "You take this one," and just like pushes energy into the one that summoned this construct. And I'm gonna use my burn move to rush over to where Lola is and catch her before she just goes off into space forever.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Nyx, you like crouch down as the doppelnyx kind of merges back into your form, your energy recoalescing as just all these rebels just swarm you and try to just get like their weapons, their swords, anything that they can just on you and trying to smash you. And as you crouch down, you feel that psionic energy from that doppelganger build inside of you and force its way out even through the force field as you launched into space after Lola, just knocking out everybody knocking out all the rebels from just a after blast of psionic energy as you fly off after Lola. And I also
want to say, when like, I guess for Lola, because all the other people are knocked out, but when like Lola looks at Nyx, it does kind of resemble what Starlight does with like time magic, but they seem to be using it to, instead of to like slow down time or look, they're just using it to speed themselves up to like an incredible speed.
Yo,
amazing.
That's wild.
Incredible. Yeah. Nyx, you catch Lola. Lola, you are flying at high speed. Prestigia very quickly becoming a fairly small dot when suddenly you see Nyx just zoom catch up to you and halt you completely as you're in his arms or in their arms.
I always have your back, Lola.
Oh my god, I thought it was gonna be a goner over there. Oh my god. Nyx, you saved me!
Of course. Now let's get back and save this town as they kind of float back, heading back towards.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. So excellent. You guys begin to fly back towards Prestigia, and we smash cut back to Starlight. Starlight, what is your reaction? What was your reaction as you were called out?
Welp.
It's a good reaction.
Kind of like check their watch. It's like what, like 5 minutes to midnight anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know what? We don't have time to talk this out. And I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna try and provoke somebody.
I think that in this moment, like, you go to like try to say something and they are not interested in speaking and have like moved forward with violence towards you.
Okay, then I'm gonna do violence.
Well, I'm gonna say like, Starlight, your first instinct was to talk to them, right? So you were like you were thinking about trying to say something, and they're just using this opportunity to cut you down. And as you realize you've kind of made this miscalculation, and as they're like going to attack you, Remy, you just come in from the shadows, like sprinting, full sprint, and step down. What does it look like as you like intercede?
I think, like, as she's navigating through the power plant, like, Remy's clocking everything that Starlight had seen, like, you know, knocked out guards, this, that, and the third, which has her trying to, like, move faster and faster. And as she's coming around the corner, she sees Starlight, but then she looks up and immediately sees Thorn in the side and these other folks getting ready to point weapons at Starlight. So she just keeps running. And I'm going to directly engage a threat. And she's just going to immediately go to punch Thorn in the side.
Hell yeah.
Now I do have the Afraid condition, which gives me a -2 to directly engage a threat. I also have the Insecure condition, but to clear the Insecure condition, you take foolhardy action without talking to your team.
Well, I'm gonna say actually. So you're moving in explicitly to defend Starlight, right?
Yeah.
I think that the defend action is a better. It makes more sense in this context.
Okay. I can roll Savior, which I have no bonus to. That's a miss.
Okay, go ahead and make sure to mark that experience.
Hey, I advance.
So you run down and you attempt to to intercede between these combat specialists and Starlight. But as you move in and go to disarm them, they perform a move and a technique that you've never seen before, and it throws you off even for just half a second, and they are able to skirt by you and connect with Starlight. Starlight, what conditions do you have currently?
Angry and guilty.
I'm gonna say go ahead and take Afraid as this combatant's like knife cuts into you. As you realize, like, even though the time loop may be about to restart, if that is what's about to happen, you could still theoretically, like, there's still harm that could happen to you, right?
That's a good point. Should have calculated that. Ow.
Amazing. And I'm gonna say, yeah, so as you kind of have that realization, as you see your kind of your red blood kind of drip down from this wound, you feel the familiar rumbling that you felt last time, and all of you feel it as from the center of Prestigia, something inside of it begins to give way and break or melt down, and the rumbling becomes all encompassing, and the heat and steam fills the fills and builds until the entire place explodes. And the blast is so large that even Nyx and Lola, who have been flung into space, are caught up in the blast and are incinerated, and as well as everyone else instantly. And with a start, you all wake up in your beds.
To do it better this time.
And that's going to be it for this episode of Precipice of Prestigia. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Man, what a fun episode. We're going to be live again in 2 weeks with the next one. But yeah, let's go around one last time so that way you can know where to find my lovely players when they're not being absolute monsters. Raichki, why don't you start us off?
Hey, I'm RightQ. I've been Lola today. You can find me at twitch.tv/RightQ. You can find me on Twitter at RightQ. You can find me on this channel a lot. On Sigil Community College as a guest on this show every other Sunday, and for Torn Season 2 in January 2024.
Beautiful. Next we got Domino.
I've been Domino RBG, and I have been playing Remy G tonight. You can catch me, all my socials are Domino RBG, and you can catch me on many productions here in the Guild House, also on Sigil, which, by the way, part 2 of the finale this Wednesday. Come check it out. And also on Tales of the Riot Nexus. Yeah, I believe Right is right. We're starting that back up Q1 next year.
Hell yeah. Excellent. Next we have Grams.
Hi, this is Grams, or Gremlins if you prefer. I don't know why I keep doing that. I stream Tuesdays and Saturdays typically at twitch.tv/gremlinsrus. I'm also on Blue Sky and Twitter, and I'll be playing Ophelia in the Sigil Community College finale, as Domino was mentioning, this coming Wednesday. So please check it out.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, we have the Sesh.
Hi, everybody. I've been the Seshcast. I've also been Nyx. You can find me here every Sunday, whether it be playing an absolute monster that hurts his friends or an absolute monster that eats his friends. Who knows? In Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Also, I will be playing everyone else in Sigil when it comes to Wednesday for the finale.
Indeed, yes. Excellent. Yes, we do have that awesome finale coming up this Wednesday. Part 2 of the finale. I'm so excited for that. And then this Friday in the Discord, we have an excellent talk being held about creating indigenous characters by Sage and FaZe. It's going to be an awesome time, and that's all going to be free, just for folks to come and become more knowledgeable, become enriched. And then on Sunday, we've got Dungeon of the Mad Mage, which is going to be an awesome time. Thank you as well for shouting out Sage, who is also an awesome streamer. He does a lot of really cool writing and co-working streams. But thank you again, everybody, for being here. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up both this next week and in the new year. So make sure, if you haven't already, drop that follow. Make sure you subscribe. It all goes to Funding the Magic. Follow us on Coffee. We've got other things going on there. You could subscribe to find out more about the bubble. As well as all support. It all goes to supporting the cast and lets us do cool things and let us get cool art as well. But until next time, we're going to go ahead and raid on over into Shake the Box, who is doing a 24-hour stream with a GoFundMe to fund it seems like cancer treatment for one of their family members, which is, I think, a very honorable cause. So we'll go ahead and send the love on over there. But thank you again, everybody, for being here. Like I said, we'll be back in 2 weeks, but we'll also be back on Wednesday and then Sunday. So just, we'll be around. But until then, thanks for being here, everybody. Stay magical. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.